Okay, so this one is from OG. Biologists, which of the following completes the passage? Okay. Maybe strengthening, perhaps. Let's see. Biologists with a predilection of theory have tried and failed with a predilection of theory to define what is that makes something a living thing. Okay, I think biologists with some kind of hypothesis have tried to define what makes a living thing. Organisms provide material and excrete waste, but so do our. Okay, so this is one definition. Organizations take in energy and then they excrete. That could be one definition. But hey, so does your car. It also excretes, I guess, fumes. Another definition: living things replicate and take part in evolution, but so do some computer programs. And those, so that's another definition out. This is definition number two. But a computer program is not a living thing and it evolves. So that's definition two is out as well. You must be open to the possibility that there are living things on other planets. So this is saying that we can't define what this is the inferring that we can't maybe even define what a living thing is, because there could be someone living on Mars that we don't know, and that does something completely different than what we do as living beings, as humans. Therefore, we will not be successful in defining what it makes a living thing merely by examining living things on Earth. Okay, great. Because there could be aliens who are living but don't excrete or maybe don't use any energy. The only ones we know. Trying to do so is analogous to try to specify. Okay, this is telling me trying to find an analogy to things that's saying, well, we can't define something because we don't know if there are any examples of what we're trying to define that don't do what we expect, essentially. Let's see, trying to do so is analogous to trying to specify the laws of physics by using. I think this is I don't think this is the equivalent. What a fish is by listing its chemical components. Maybe. What an animal is by examining a plant. What a machine is by examining a sketch of it. What a mammal is by examining it. I think the closest is perhaps a sketch, but I'm not sure. The reason I'm thinking is, well, we could sketch or we could assume. We can't see. The reason is, I think the problem is we don't know what exists out there. So there could be living things doing some things that we have not even seen ever done. There could be living things on Mars that perhaps don't evolve, that perhaps don't excrete. So we're trying to define something based on what we know, what we can see. I don't think B's are accurate because D may be because we examining a sketch. Why not A through E? This is my thinking. So this I think is not right because we're examining the laws of, trying to specify the laws of physics by using pure math. I don't know. I'm not sure what am I looking for, to be honest. Therefore, we will not be successful in defining. This is what we need to analogize to and be analogous to. Just by looking at some things, we cannot define everything. By only looking at maybe a subset, we cannot define the overall set. I think that's what I'm really looking for. So if I was to write this, just because I can see a subset only, I can't define a full set. So what is the most analogous to this? Well, if I know, I don't think this is right because there is no subset. I'm using pure math to infer something in physics. I don't think this is the equivalent of looking at a subset only. What a fish is by listing its, no, this is breaking down what I already can see. But I can see all the fish on the planet. What an animal is, again, there is no concept of subset. I think D is the only thing that makes sense because it's talking about a subset. A sketch is a kind of a subset of an overall what a machine should look like. I have not seen the machine. I have not built the machine. I think it's D. I would select D at this point. Whoa.